Hi, Vicki and Dave. Here it is, Vicki, your brand new 2023 British Racing Green Mini Cooper two-door hardtop with the Chesterfield satellite gray leather, and it looks fantastic. Do a walk around here showing you. I just helped get it fully detailed, wiping down the door jambs, everything, you name it, even the boot lid and whatnot, as I want it to look like my personal vehicle, which I need to wash today. Here is the boot section. Here's a look inside. And then under the floor here, we've got that underfloor stowage with your front plate, if you ever decide to put a plate on the front bumper. And then that is your reversible Phillips head screwdriver with a flat head, as well as your tow hook. So you've got a tow hook right here and then one on the front bumper. So if it's ever needing to be towed for a tire that's too badly damaged, they will properly put it on a trailer and not do that, undercooking the carriage of the car. Now this panel, as you can see, is on a lower setting right now, but right here and right here, you can see that slot that I can lift up. I'll do this one-handed here and put it back on that higher setting. So now when you fold the seat down, or sort of go down fully, if I had that seat further back, up I should say, it'll be flat. And then the anchor point that you can see right here. So if I lift up on that, pull the seat back, it locks it at a 90-degree angle, because you've got these tie downs here. It's getting a little blurry, I'm not sure why it's doing that, where you can tie off a box here, but yet somebody still can sit comfortably in the back seat here. And when they're sitting, they pivot that headrest up for maximum whiplash protection and comfort. Then press that button to lower it. And then to lift up on this, to release this, you just simply lift. And I'm gonna try to do this very quickly. That didn't work. So I'm gonna lift that seat back up. There we go. Make sure that seat belt is in that slot right there. Lock that back in place. And then to close it, you've got two handy pull downs here and here. You've got roadside assistance, but there's actually a button inside that's much easier to press for roadside. And put your hand on the plate as to not get handprints. You can see the Union Jack tail lamps. And again, I love the 16-inch alloy wheels with run flat tires. Black roof matching, even down to the side scuttle with the piano black and the mirrors. Inside, again, you have this aluminum dash surface. This is real aluminum all the way across the front. And then you have this matte finish, so you don't get the fingerprints, which I like. You've got your auto down and up windows here, powerful button here for your side view mirrors, left and right selector with a pivot point, and then your lock and unlock on the doors. And down below here, the setting it's at right now, which would be 11 o'clock, is auto lights. This is your old school rheostat wheel to adjust, dim and brighten your instrument here and your center instrument there. And then this button is your all-weather light, which in mornings where it's too foggy and the lights don't turn on automatically, you press that button and the lights will come on. Really cool feature. Inside, we've got 20 total miles, 1 mile more when I fill it up full of gas. And then you have your cruise control with the limiter feature. Limiter feature will actually set it at the speed limit wherever you happen to be at 30 miles an hour and above. Pretty impressive feature. But your plus and minus to increase 1 mile per hour. If you press down a couple of seconds, it goes up 5, which is pretty cool. You have here, this bottom button here, kind of hard to see, right here. That's your auto high beam. So when your low beam lights are on, you press this button, that icon will appear right up here in green, and it'll read tail lights and headlights and turn on and off automatically. You also have rain sense wipers. So by tapping it up once, they'll swipe once. Now from this point forward, even if I turn the Mini off and back on, that light will stay on, and this is the most sensitive for the rain sensor to pick up the rain on the front windshield. Pulling back on that stalk will activate your spray function with 3 swipes. And then down below here, you can see the lever that'll adjust the steering wheel. Now the other side, you've got your speed command, where if you lightly tap it, it's going to give you where it'll show the command that you're going to say. Accept and end a phone call here. This is going to be your preset selections or wherever you happen to be. So if we're on satellite radio, well actually, hold on, let me close the door. Get rid of that feature. Well, I guess because it's 21 miles, it's really letting you know that. Anyhow, this goes away when the low fuel mileage is not appearing, which basically will show you the channel presets here by moving this up and down and accepting it by hitting OK, depending on the presets. Volume down, volume up. And then you have your touchscreen here with your movable live widgets. You've got 6 widgets right now, but when you activate CarPlay, you get an additional widget that shows up. This is your quick access to going to specifics of each menu. So COM you're not going to be using with an iPhone, that would be Android based. Navigation, you can press that. Media will take you to your AM, FM, satellite radio, and your USB function. And then the apps, you do have apps of course through your phone in this case with the iPhone, so that's not really necessary. Menu will take you into all the menu settings, which is right here. And again, just briefly tapping on that, all of these utilizing this wheel turning left and right. You can scroll up and down, and you can either press on that highlighted portion or press down on the button here to activate that particular menu setting, if you will. But here's the interesting thing. All of these highlighted names are verbal commands. So, for example, vehicle status, I can literally tap this button because the microphone is right up here and say vehicle status. That will appear like this. So I love the fact this has navigation because it really improves so many things. The other thing are the memory buttons here. You can see I'm lightly touching it. I'm not pressing down. But this could be your presets. This could be your home address. This could be your vehicle status and so on. Everything's unique. They're not just radio presets. Down here you have your automatic climate control. Right now I've got it set on max AC because I'm burning up. But you've got individual controls for passenger and driver side. This adjusts the fan speed as well. Even if you're on auto mode, you can tailor that fan speed down or up. Down here you have your seat heaters, high, medium, low, and off. You have your defrost, which works on your front windshield and side demisters. Rear defrost on a 15-minute timer. Recirculation button, so if you get behind a stinky dump truck. And again, max AC, which is what I had it on before. To start and turn off, you simply tap it once. To turn on with your foot on the brake. To turn it off, not having your foot on the brake. This illuminated turns off the stop-start feature, so it'll activate like a normal, or it'll operate like a normal vehicle. This is your stability and traction control, which you never want to touch. That's fully active in the default mode. Down below, you've got a USB and a 12-volt socket, and then here is your gear shift selector. So pressing here and going down into drive will take you into drive, but you can flick it over to the left and push forward and backwards to downshift and upshift into the gears. As you can see what's going on there to the left of the speedometer. And then if I want to put it in park, it's actually going to go right back. Reverse, press here, go all the way forward. There's your backup camera, and then your sight lines either moving left or right with your wheel. You have your infrared sensor here as well. And to get rid of that feature, if you're stuck in that mode and say you're in park, you just press menu and it takes you back to the other screen. Even though you're still in reverse mode in park, you can at least get back into the functionality of the screen. Up here, you've got your SOS, which is your Roadside Assistance button. So once we get your phone activated, press and hold that. This LED here will illuminate, and you're live with Roadside Assistance. Even if the battery fails in the Mini, you've got a backup battery and speaker inside the glove box area behind it. So you're never without being able to get a hold of someone in Roadside Assistance, which is huge. Auto dimming rear view mirror. You have your map light here, and then this will activate all the lighting And then here's your sunroof control as well to activate for tilt and open. And then the shade, which I can open and close there, as you can see, holding that tab. The other thing too, you've got your sun visor here on the side in addition to the front, which makes a massive difference on sunny mornings. And again, down here with your controller, everything is easy to see. COM again is if you have an Android phone, but you've got your media button here, which is your AM, FM, satellite radio, USB. Map will take you right to map. And then also here, nav will take you to nav functions, but I'll tell you truthfully, I would never use that. I would simply activate the speak button and say, drive to the nearest Italian restaurant. It'll populate here and you can hit selection 1 through 4 or what have you and go right to where you need to go. Once you get close to that restaurant, for example, you can tap it again and just say stop guidance. It's that easy. Seat controls, you can see the bar down here. If I lift up on that, we'll move it fore and aft. Then you have your thigh extension here. And then on the other side of the seat, which I'll open up, opening the door here, you have your seat height that literally pull up and lower, and it's like a ratchet style but very smooth. And then here, just put your finger under to lift up to adjust the seat back angle. And then back here is what you would lift up to gain access to the back seat. It also has the lumbar knobs for both driver and passenger. And this one again has the anthracite headliner, which complements this leather perfectly. That is a good overview of your brand new Mini, Vicki. Thank you so very, very much again, and I look forward to any questions that you have in the future.